welcome back to another episode of Happiness Matters, the show, with me, Beanie, and Mo. And Mo is excited today because Mo has a friend here that came with my friend. This is Otto, I'm calling him the teeny weenie. He's a mini weenie. Mini weenie, teeny weenie. It's a weenie.
Exactly.
Mo, come here. And my friend Kerstin, and I can't do the last name. I let her do that. What's your last name?
Oh, Wolfitz, but
Okay.
I never go by that.
Okay, then she doesn't go by that, so Kerstin or Dr. K. Kerstin is chiropractor and a nutritionist. And, oh, surprise, we met networking.
Big shock, yes.
Because, well, pretty much everybody I have on the show I met networking, so, you know, it's all good. But anyway, so Kerstin is, let's dive right into it. Because I'm still sitting here going like, what? So I love bread. I love bread and carbs and sugar. And Kerstin does not eat bread or sugar. And I just don't see how you can have a life without bread. And because bagels and cakes and pizza and life.
I just don't have traditional bread and pizza.
Okay, so what? Okay, so you can't just like me. I just go in the store and I buy me a pack of bagels and all is well.
Okay, that I can't do.
Mo,
it's
come here.
tough because it's not just gluten-free, because gluten-free is only one type of issue. So I'm just completely grain-free. So the beginning can be a little bit more tricky because you're trying to figure out what can I eat at this point. But as soon as you start doing it, it becomes really easy. So I've been eating like this since 2012.
Okay.
So now it's really easy.
So my question was going to be, so did you grow up with that, or is it just a decision you made?
It's kind of both. I started it because at the time I had fibromyalgia, and I had had it for 13 years.
Oh, wow. Ow.
And so I was in grad school for chiropractic, and
I know so many who have fibromyalgia.
Yeah, and so it's going to be a different thing for each person, but
right.
Ultimately with any patient I see, it's a matter of figuring out which stressors do you have in your body that we need to remove. So it's never necessarily
It's called
one.
fat and happy and like no.
I'm happy, can't you tell?
Oh, I know you are. But I was like, so what stresses do I have?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, one of the doctors, I asked him because he was also doing nutrition and chiropractic, and
right.
He told me, well, just try cutting out grains and sugar for a month and see what happens.
And my reaction would have been, it's like, what, are you nuts? Are you taking your own drugs?
Well, he had a bunch of different protocols depending on what you have, so that there were some that were a bit more intense, so I was on the side of, okay, that's an easier one. Dodged a bullet there.
So it wasn't like totally cold turkey everything.
Just grains and sugar, so other things.
Okay, so it was cold turkey everything.
But so I am a cold turkey type of person.
Okay.
If you explain to me why and I understand why, then I will do it. I might complain
I get that.
but it's going to happen.
Kicking, screaming,
Exactly.
but yeah, no, I get that.
Well,
I'm much the same.
There's a lot of people who experience pain, and so they know if you're in pain 24/7, that's the only thing you know.
Right.
And you can't imagine it any other way, but somebody says, no, that's possible. Well, that to me is interesting. Now I want to see.
Tell me more.
Right, so I started doing that.
Right.
And it was super effective, and in that month, all my symptoms were gone.
Shut the front door in just a month?
For me, it was just a month. For some of my patients, when we start tweaking, they'll go longer. My only issue was predominantly that. So that was the big stressor because ultimately we did eat quite healthy.
Right.
So there weren't too many other tweaks to make on that front.
Okay.
For other people where, there's some patients where alcohol is a bit more involved, or way more dairy, or just, it really depends on the person.
I love cheese.
I go with like goat and sheep cheese. It's a smaller animal, so the protein...
Just like you, I grew up in Europe.
So, yeah.
I love cheeses, like different kinds, like the brie and the
I did
the
find
Swiss.
a goat brie, actually.
Shut up! Where?
Might be Trader Joe's, actually.
Oh. Ooh.
Okay.
So
see, it's really a matter of
there's
just finding your substitutes. Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
So, like, I am not big on dairy. If I do cheese, it's probably going to be goat or sheep, because they have ways of not having it taste super goat-tastic.
Goat-tastic. Is that a word?
Yes.
Goat-tastic, okay. It's like, we are goat-tastic.
Exactly.
No.
And there's goat milk as well, which there's still going to be more sugar because it's milk.
I started drinking flaxseed milk.
Oh yeah, how do you like it?
I love it.
Perfect. I wouldn't recommend it for men. Somehow too much flax, the prostate doesn't like very much.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that with my
Yeah.
man because it's healthy, so no.
Okay. So he's not gonna touch
No,
it. Okay.
We're good on that one.
Yeah.
No, but I really, really like it. And the other one I discovered was at one of those coffee shops here. It's oat milk.
Interesting. I mean, I can't do it because it's still a grain.
Oh, okay. But that's really good too. But no, I like the flaxseed milk because it's full of fiber and it's full of protein, and it's a little creamy too.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
like it.
actually, what I like, so because I do intermittent fasting as well, because fasting is such a natural part of how we're supposed to be working with our bodies, because that's when it can actually heal and do all the fun stuff. I like doing intermittent fasting, which you can still have your coffee in the morning.
Good because
Yeah, well, I mean, just not with sugar, and I wouldn't really recommend milk because again, there's a lot of sugar there.
well,
too.
I have a it's actually vegan milk, and it's not dairy. I forgot what it was. It's really good too.
Oh, good.
It's a half and half. So
right. So you see, there's a ton of options.
right.
So what I like to do sometimes, if I want to make sure that sometimes I don't feel like black coffee. Sometimes I like something in it too. So either butter, which sounds strange to some
I
people.
like caffeine in my coffee.
Yes.
Lots of it.
Me too. I mean, I'm happy to say I'm not addicted. I can stop it and I don't get headaches like some people.
Well, yeah,
do,
me
which is
too. But
crazy.
it's just
Yeah.
I like the taste, and
Yeah.
I like the fact that my husband brings me a cup of coffee in bed every morning.
I'm not quite at the level
I am
yet, but
so
someday, maybe.
It's all in the training.
Well, mine's off in Montana right now, so it's on the train.
Yeah. Well, there's some mornings like when he does the incline or something,
Yeah.
I have to make my own, and it's like, oh, the treachery.
Yes.
So, I'll manage,
I know, you're strong, you're tough, you can do it.
I can do it, yeah.
But one of the other options sometimes is actually heavy whipping cream, organic, grass-fed, grass-finished cows, because by them actually eating grass, because that's what they're supposed to eat, they're not supposed to eat
No.
grains. I know, it's shocking. They actually
What a
produce
concept.
the proper protein.
Oh.
When we started feeding them the wrong stuff, there's some mutation that happened in their body, and they started producing stuff that isn't good for them or us. So when it's organic and they're grass-fed, grass-finished, you actually get good heavy whipping cream, which also means it's only fat. There's no sugar, no protein or anything like that. So then I can actually
And clearly I like fat.
Well, the healthy,
I got some.
the healthy fats don't make you fat.
Oh, okay.
Super important. Healthy
Yeah.
fats don't make you fat. They let you feel full, which actually means you're going to eat less volume, which is actually better for you. Because
Right.
digestion is so much energy. And
So I know some of the healthy fats is like coconut oil.
yes, one
And
of
I
my
love
favorites.
I do everything with coconut
It's
oil.
fantastic.
So which ones would you say stay far away and never touch?
Whew. Canola oil.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, it's not.
Ew.
Yeah, it doesn't even taste good.
Yeah, true. But I mean, for the longest time, and in Germany we do a lot with the lard. The lard. And that's why we look like lard. No, not everybody, no. But some of us,
Well, I mean, it's super interesting because some things definitely got a bad reputation. So like schmaltz, like pig fat essentially.
Well, see,
melted
but
down.
that's really good.
Yes.
I like that.
That's really good, and it all goes back to there's not really a specific animal that you should stay away from because it's bad for you. It kind of comes back down to us. If we screwed up that animal, yeah, there's going to be a chance it's not good for you. So
Right.
where pigs will eat everything, if you give it to them, yeah, I wouldn't recommend eating that kind of meat. That's also not good for the animal. But if they're actually fed appropriately to their species and that kind of stuff, yes, that is just as healthy as the next thing.
Okay, well, that makes sense, yeah. Wow. So, I'm still stuck on the no bread thing.
Right, so with the no bread thing,
Because bagels, I mean bagels.
we eat some breads that are more like almond flour based.
Okay.
We have some things that are more tapioca based, which tapioca is a little bit more starchy, so not something to go overboard on.
So I have this recipe for, I think it's called Death by Chocolate Zucchini Bread. And it usually calls for regular flour, but I put almond flour in there because
Perfect.
I just like it. But I found out that the consistency is so
Yeah.
different.
So if you're going for a baked dish that has one that's more like the really smooth kind of flour, that's where tapioca does a really good job.
Oh, okay.
It can get a little bit kind of more hard though, so what I eventually figured out...
So mix it like with the almond flour?
Maybe you can try ratios and see what suits you.
Okay.
And I found out that psyllium husks,
Huh.
actually, when you mix that into it, it gives it a far more type of consistency that we're used to.
Interesting. Okay.
So the reason like the gluten is not so good for you, and it's just one of the bad guys, it's not the only bad guy, is because...
But it's the bad guy everybody talks about.
It is. And he got a really bad reputation, but he's not the only bad guy, he's not even the worst one of them.
Oh, wow.
But the reason gluten kind of sucks is because we've changed it so much to make it sticky. If you got actual legitimate ancient grain, you can't, but if you did, and you baked with it, you'd get like a small little loaf that doesn't rise.
Right.
And the dough's not going to stick.
Oh.
If you bake now, you get this sticky thing, and with the yeast it'll rise and do all these things that make it all fun. But when you eat it, it becomes that sticky thing in your gut again.
So you get to that lump,
Exactly.
the lump sum.
Exactly. And that's why your body has such a hard time getting rid of gluten. It's sticky.
Oh, well, see, that makes sense. Why can't people explain it like that? Why just, gluten is bad for you and gluten is the enemy? It's like, tell me why this makes sense to me.
Thank you. I'm glad. I tried to make it make sense because I had this very long learning curve with
Right.
my own health. So I had to figure it out.
Right.
Unless I want to be miserable.
Yeah, no,
Or
I'm
suicidal.
done being miserable, so I can't wait to see you and do all that.
And I'm slowly
Checking in.
working on getting recipes on my website because, you know, this is a very typical conversation with me and my patients. Because like you, no bread, no pizza.
What the fire truck?
Yes, exactly. And then it's the same conversation. Well, no, but I do. It's just different. And
Right.
You know, some of it is going to be based on your taste buds and what they like. And honestly, as you cut
My
that,
taste buds like a lot of food.
but
I
as
love food.
as you cut that stuff out, your taste buds will change.
Right.
Now, if you just show me a donut, my body goes, ooh.
Me too, because of all the sugar. Because I had the gastric bypass, so
Yeah.
I can't do that. But I've noticed too, I used to be okay with spicy foods.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is what I don't like about it is because to me that if it burns my taste buds, it just takes away the flavor from everything else.
Yes.
For me. So I don't spice it. So I kind of get that. That makes sense. Yeah.
And I agree with that 100%. I like, you know, some spice. Like, I mean, for my mom's cooking Austrian and German, we use a lot of spices.
Right.
But it's not necessarily spicy that
Right.
way.
Right.
And we usually do like a mix of black pepper and cayenne pepper because they're both good for you. But still to an extent that you can taste all the other fun stuff.
Right.
Like that's supposed to be added so you can taste all of it,
Mhm.
not just.
I like the rainbow because
Yes.
I'm all about the color in the rainbow. But I like flavors and the colors and all of that. It's like feed me, Seymour. No.
I definitely love food. Trust me.
Right.
Like I know I talk about like fasting and all those
No,
things,
no.
which is important.
Right.
But I do love my food.
Mhm.
But I actually want it to be food, what my
No.
body can recognize and
He's
it tastes
sleeping.
good.
Leave him be.
Yeah, he's passed
Okay.
out. He falls asleep really fast. I'm slightly jealous.
Otto is ignoring you. He's sleeping. He doesn't want to talk right
He
now.
heard his name. He's like,
Oh,
Otto.
So, whoop.
Yeah, you. Oh, I'm trying to hide again.
I was like, not me.
No, he's a little
He's
sweetheart.
so cute.
He actually eats super healthy too.
Huh.
So when we adopted him last year, he kept getting diarrhea and his coat was really dull and he was a little bit chubby and everything. And so we tried organic dog food. Didn't work.
Mhm.
He still had diarrhea. It was super expensive.
Well, because there's still so much junk in it.
Yeah.
I mean, just because it's organic doesn't mean it's good.
Exactly. When you look
And
at
it's
the
healthy.
fillers, exactly.
You know, it just means that there's no pesticides, supposedly no pesticides,
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean there's other junk in there.
exactly. So with him, we will actually do like the organic eggs that are soy free because soy is really bad for you as well when it's not fermented. So
There's soy in eggs, what?
because they feed the chicken soy.
Oh.
So what your animal eats is what you get too. So you're not just what you eat, you are what your food ate too.
Right. Well, that makes sense because,
Yeah.
you know, food chain.
Yep, pretty much.
Wow.
So he doesn't do also, I mean, soy can mess up your thyroid and all that stuff too.
Mhm.
That's usually a big culprit. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't do well with eggs. A lot of time it's the soy that the
So how
chicken
do I know if my eggs are soy free or not?
So me personally, I just get the ones from National Grocers that literally say soy free.
Oh. Here's your sign.
Yeah.
Like-
Because as soon as you see like vegetarian fat, well, soy is vegetarian. So that doesn't keep you
Right.
safe from that at all.
Yeah, see, it's like tofu. I can't do. Ugh.
Yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
Like I said, soy, if it's fermented, the fermentation process changes everything. So like I say...
I know beer.
Yes.
Oh.
No, seriously. So I don't do grains, but I can have a beer from time to time.
Shut up. That's
Seriously,
awesome.
because the fermentation process changes the protein.
And you know Germans and their beer.
Yeah, no joke. I mean,
It's a food group, trust me.
It is, and it's delicious.
It is.
Within reason, you know.
But I'm not a big beer fan, so. But anyway.
Once in a while, after a really long hike, it's nice.
No, I mix mine with either Sprite, 7-Up, or I discovered ginger ale now. Oh. Anyway.
Yeah, it's way more sugar than I can handle. But yes, I get it.
But it's so good. And in the summer,
yeah,
you can drink way more. It's refreshing and it's really good.
Make sure you get that water in there too. Otherwise, you dehydrate yourself while drinking liquids.
I know.
Just saying.
No. I'm aware. That's what I learned. It's like, you know, when we go partying or something. Not that we party like that anymore, but back when. I learned, it's like, ooh, you can avoid hangover if you drink a lot of water to go with whatever else you're drinking.
Yep. I mean, I'm not a big alcohol drinker anyway, but there was one going away party when I left Germany, and my best friend, or one of my friends, she threw this big party for me, and she kept trying to like make me drink. I'm like, okay. So like each time she did give me something to drink, I drank like this tall of a glass of water with it. And in the morning, everybody was miserable, and I'm just like, would somebody like breakfast?
Suckers.
And they're like, we saw you drink. What happened? I'm like, water.
True story.
We're like 70-75% water.
I mean, I wasn't there, but I get the one
Yeah.
because that's what I did, and it really does help.
Yeah, I mean, water.
That doesn't mean we encourage drinking, people.
Drinking water, yes. Because
Yes,
every function
drink
in
water.
your body requires water.
Speaking of water,
Yes.
I learned something interesting today, because we all heard about, you know, get this filter for the alkaline water and how good it is for you, and I believed that until
Me. I wreck a lot of
she educated me, and my jaw dropped. And share with us, please, because
I would love to. I would love to. So water is super important, like we were saying.
Right.
Every function in the body, blah blah blah. And that's the professional way of putting it. And
I like blah blah, but we y'all got blah.
Yeah. But so, really smart guy over 100 years ago said that cancer cannot live in an alkaline environment. And he's right. But there's some caveats. So your stomach has to be acidic. Because when you eat, that has to somehow be digested. And
the stomach acid is what breaks down the
right,
food.
the HCl.
So it needs to be acid.
Yes, and that's super important. Also, there are some vitamins and minerals that need proper acidity, so we can use those. And then, if you ever get some like pathogens and stuff, like people will travel to other countries like, oh, I got so sick, and I'm like, oh, your stomach acid wasn't doing its job, was it? Were you drinking alkaline water? No. But in some cases was the case. I'm like, oh, yeah.
No.
Right,
Yeah.
so you need the acid to digest your food and to help kill off things that shouldn't get there and all that kind of stuff. So as soon as you start dumping in all this alkaline stuff, it's basic. So it's going to dilute the acidity and slowly kind of break that down.
So it's pretty much going to kill everything inside your stomach.
Right.
That's technically good,
yes,
that you need.
Exactly.
So it's counterproductive on what you actually try to accomplish with
exactly,
it.
Because the bacteria you have in your stomach are super specific to just being in your stomach because of the acid level that the bacteria in your mouth couldn't handle, for instance.
Huh.
So as soon as we destroy that acidity, we're getting rid of the good bacteria in your gut that you absolutely need, because they also digest food for you. They make it available for you. And so at some point, your body responds by making stronger acid, stronger than HCl. Now you're in really bad territory.
Which that's not good either.
It's really
because
not.
Too much of a good thing is not good.
Exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome. I schmart that way.
You are.
Hey, when I'm on, I'm on. When I'm off, run!
Yes, absolutely. Definitely. And so, if you actually want to help your stomach acid, apple cider vinegar diluted in water, because it can burn your esophagus.
So, I did that for a little while.
It's not for everybody, it's not at all times.
No. So, I did that because, I was trying to help my blood pressure. Of course, now I know that that's nothing for your blood pressure. But I figured, it does something good for me. But what happened was I started getting... And it wasn't really a rash, it didn't itch, but I got red spots right under my arms. And I was like, what the heck happened here? And it was really dry.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, we're not doing that anymore. Now it's back to normal, but I'm not doing the apple cider vinegar anymore either.
Yeah, so it's interesting. In some cases, because one, it does help your stomach acid, right? And you should get the good kind.
And I wasn't drinking the whole cup, guys. I was doing 2 tablespoons maybe.
Yeah, sure. And it depends on the
Or
person
maybe
and how much
one
they
or 2
want.
tablespoons every morning.
So So there's some variation for sure. And I don't recommend it to everybody at all time either.
Mm-hmm.
And any of these good things, you know, we have seasons in the year, so it's the same thing with the body. We're recycled.
No, we don't have seasons in a year. We're in Colorado, we have seasons in one day.
Sure,
That's
but
a
still,
difference.
it's a cycle.
Anyway, back
There's
to
a cycle. There's cycles. The gist
back
is
to
there
the
are
topic.
cycles. So it does help with the acidity in your stomach.
Okay.
So sometimes when we see skin stuff showing up, it can actually be your body trying to detoxify, but that, for instance, the liver or the kidneys are dragging too much, and that's why it's showing up over skin.
Oh.
So that's definitely something I've seen. I mean, none of my statements are complete blanket for everybody across the board, because we're all individuals, and that's why I say, hey, the apple cider vinegar is not for everybody at all times. Yes, we are. That's why even with the fibromyalgia, it was grains and sugar that screwed me up, but you might have other things involved.
So you actually got rid of your fibromyalgia?
Yeah, I have none of the symptoms whatsoever, and I haven't since I started in 2012.
And you know, I mean, and I know that food is medicine, and medicine is food. I mean,
ideally, you would want your food to be your medicine.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Mother Nature has everything for us we need, because our ancestors, guess what? They were healthy. They didn't have those, you know, first world diseases. I call them the first world diseases.
They are.
You know, because they were eating from the land, and they were eating unrefined and unprocessed and all of this. You know, yeah, they didn't live as long. You know, because, you know, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Sorry.
No, I saw it coming.
You know me. No, but I mean, but they actually died healthy.
Yeah, they didn't.
You know, and my thing is like, I don't want to live long and be all miserable and crippled and in pain and all of those things, you know. I mean, I'd rather live a shorter life and healthy and happy and do what I want than let's prolong the life, you know.
Right.
To me, that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't to me either. So, I mean, if I were ever in a hospital, which I avoid like the plague.
I got you, I'm right there.
If I'm hooked up to tubes and all that kind
Unplug
of
me.
Like, to me, that's not life for me. I mean, it's everybody's personal choice, sure, of course.
No,
I'm
right.
not making a decision for
No,
you.
my thing is pull the plug.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Pull the plug, because no.
Because as soon as I can't do these things for myself and stuff, within reason.
Right. No,
You know,
no, I'm with you, yeah.
As my grandmother's age, sure, I helped them like clip their fingernails and cut their hair. Like, yeah, that's
Come
fine.
on, that's no. But I mean, I'm with you.
But,
I'm
you
totally
know,
with you.
My goal is to help you live your life, the one you want.
Help me, help me.
Yes, we can see each other next week.
Okay, yes.
But I mean, honestly, as soon as somebody experiences pain daily, all that kind of stuff, it's not the life you wanted. You don't get to be the person you know you can be.
Right.
Especially pain. I mean, literally, the pain, it just goes, it covers your whole brain.
Right. Well, and the thing with this, I mean, and I live with pain. I've lived with pain for, you know,
Right.
It's not even. I mean, right now I would have my doctor ask me, "What's your pain level?" It's like 0, 1, whatever. You know, it's not really. But I mean, it's there. I just don't pay attention to it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But and I totally forgot where I was going with that. Ha! No, here I'm back. Here it is. You know? No, but I mean, it's like our mind gets so clogged.
Mm-hmm.
We're so consumed by feeling miserable.
Right.
It is so all-consuming, and then it affects everything else in your life. I mean, you're miserable, and then everybody around you is miserable, because like attracts like, and you know. I mean, I talk about that stuff all the time, and it's debilitating, and you get nothing done, and then of course you get more frustrated, and it's this really, really vicious cycle, and I've been in that, and it's like, I'm so glad I'm out.
Yeah.
But I mean, it really is there. I mean, it doesn't mean that, you know, it doesn't happen to me too. It's just I catch it like this now, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Done. You know, but I mean,
That's
it is
phenomenal.
so, right. But I mean, when we're so consumed with all of this, and it's like, if I know there's something I can do, oh yeah, it requires effort. Ew.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I'm like everybody. I mean, I like convenience, and I like the, oh my gosh, I'm starving because I haven't eaten all day, and now I'm getting all woozy, and I'm really hungry.
Yeah,
So I just grab.
You're a sugar burner.
Because I have a lot of sugar. I'm so sweet.
Well, it's one of those things that your body should switch back and forth, you know?
Right. But I mean, and I just grab something.
Sure.
Because it's quick and it's convenient. And as I'm eating it, I know this isn't the best choice, but you know what? I'm hungry right now. This will do. I'll do better next time. Yeah, no.
Ooh, slippery slope.
Oh, it's not even a slippery slope. It's like
The slope's gone. It's just
it's like it's just like gone. No, but seriously, no, but I get that. I
Absolutely.
totally get that, and I know it's the habit that we do, and a lot it starts with our self-talk too. I mean, if I keep telling myself, oh, there's no way I can do this, guess what? You can't do that.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm at this point now where I'm like, okay, whatever I've been doing, I mean, nutrition-wise and for my body and everything, clearly not working. You know,
And that's really the first thing I need people to recognize. Like, you know, you got here somehow.
right.
Is the same thing that got you there the thing that
I
gets
woke
you
up
out.
like that.
Oh, wow. I've never met that type of person before. That's incredible.
I just woke up like that.
I mean, so for sure, chiropractically, I've had people like, oh, I woke up with a really stiff neck. I don't know what happened. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, anyway. No, but you're right. I mean, it's the habits that we do, and I call it the autopilot.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all running on autopilot. We're just reacting
Right.
to whatever's coming our way. We're not sitting there thinking, well, I should probably not do that because it's really not good for my body. No, we're like, oh my God, I'm hungry. This is here. Done.
I mean, for me, I have it easier, so to speak, on that front, because if I do something my body doesn't like, I will get the repercussion really fast.
Right, but I mean, you've been through quite a lot to
Yeah.
figure all of that out.
Exactly. So for people who don't have that feedback, at that point, yeah, you have to figure out, what does the life I want look like?
Right.
Can I do that right now? And for a lot of people, sadly, the answer is no.
Okay. So, I was just thinking of something because I really love what you do, and I've never actually come to see you and get the full thing out. So, how about this? And we'll do another show, and we can do the progress show.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I promise I will try. No,
You will do.
try is a cop out. Try is a BS word. Try is a cop out. You cannot try.
You will do.
I will do my best to work on becoming healthier and following her guidelines.
Awesome.
And
Which will be specific to you. I
Right.
don't just hand out a basic program.
and then we can do like once a month or every other month. We can do another episode to do a follow up.
We can definitely.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes, I would love
Because now I'm accountable. Ah, me at my big mouth.
that. Y'all better help her, keep her accountable.
Ooh, no, but I mean, I'm really at this point where I'm like, there's too many things I want to do. I mean, I remember when I was younger, when I was a teenager, you know, I used to go on hikes.
Mm-hmm.
I love going on hikes, and I want to do the incline. I want to,
Yeah.
if I have to crawl on my teeth up there, I don't care. At some point, I will do the incline, but I know I will.
Yeah.
I know I will. But most of all, it's like I'm tired of being in pain. I'm tired of falling, you know, losing my balance. I'm just tired of all of that. Because life is so much fun, and now that I finally stepped into me, you know, and figured out, oh, I know what I want to do when I grow up. I love you too. You're so cute, Mo. Oh my goodness. I love you so much.
Me too.
You know, I mean, it's just like, I mean, I would love to go to the mall and just window shop for a day.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Or just go to the outlet malls or any store.
Yeah.
But my thing is like, I know exactly what I need. I know exactly where it is. I'm in and I'm out and I'm in pain.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of this.
Yes.
I really am tired of this. So, here we go. Challenge starts now.
Yes.
I will see you next week.
Sounds good.
And we get started. And then we do a follow-up video.
Yeah, I'm all
Okay,
for
I'm
it.
scared.
No.
But I know I can do this. I know I can do this because I know it's time. I need to do something. And my thing is, I want to inspire people.
Mhm.
And then I tell them too, like with my book or whatever, or when I speak, it's not about my story. Because people are like, oh my God, your story. And I tell them, I said, thank you, but it's not about my story.
Right.
It's about overcoming. It's about living the better life. It's about being happy. And it's all about that. And I know, because a lot of people have come to me and said, you inspire me.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do. That's what this is about. This is really what this show is about too.
Yes.
And sometimes, you know, we talk about serious stuff, and other times we talk about not so serious stuff or whatever. I mean,
Gotta have
but
balance.
right, but I really want to do this because if I can do it, you can.
Yeah.
Everybody can. So
And it's going to be
We can-
specific to each person too,
Right.
you know? So like whatever sounds doable, not doable,
I love that.
always find a way to figure out what you need specifically.
Right.
And there's always, you know,
Well,
support,
I
too.
need no. I could give you a list.
Well, we're gonna have your body speak on that.
Oh,
Let us
okay.
know.
Awesome. Well, this was really great. Thank you
Excellent.
so much for all the info, and thanks for bringing a play date for Mo.
The sleepy one, yes.
There's a sleepy one. Mo is all sorts of.
He was at work with me today, so I was like, I was at work.
Oh, he was helping. He's like, oh, this is so exhausting.
People
So-
loving on me all day.
Like, such a wretched life. So, but anyway, but thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I loved it.
Anytime. We had fun on the podcast too.
Yes.
So, but thank you, and I will put your info at the end. So watch till the very end. You get her info if you want to find out more, learn more. Especially if you're in Colorado, you want to see her. Do you do distance too? Can you help with distance?
For nutrition,
somewhere?
I do. Sadly, I still haven't figured out how to hands-on chiropractic long distance. But so for now, I can do nutrition long distance.
Teleport. Anyway, so problem solved on that one. No. But anyway.
Teach me. Teach me your ways.
I haven't figured that one out yet. That teleporting thing. Yeah. Well, no. Anyway, thank you guys so much again for watching. And we'll be back with another episode definitely with Kerstin, and doing the follow-up with Truly here. And be happy, be kind, and be love. Bye.